Now, normally I'm not one to really talk about other games other than Overwatch, but I want to talk a little bit about The Sims. I grew up with The Sims. I love The Sims. I mainly played Sims 2 when I was younger with my older sister. We would play it on our old 15-year-old computer. She's still running, by the way. She still runs The Sims 2, but that was when we were introduced to The Sims. We found it out, or like we were introduced to it by our cousin in Mexico. Um, I can't remember his name. I think his name was Bunchies. Bunchies played The Sims 2, and we were like enamored with it. We were so impressed by this game that we wanted it. So when we went to this, we came back to the States. We like begged our dad to get us The Sims 2, ignoring the fact that we were like 10 and how old? Yeah, I was 10. My sister was 14. Like this is a kind of an appropriate game. Not gonna lie for us, but we loved the game. It was absolutely beautiful. We were obsessed with The Sims. We thought it was like the best fucking game ever. And we put a lot of hours into The Sims. I made a lot of stores, a lot of families, a lot of lore, if you will. And my sister was a lot more obsessed with The Sims 2 than I was. But either way, it was a big part of our childhood. We even got The Sims 2 Castaway for the DS. So we were enamored with it. We never played The Sims 3 because personally, my sister and I, we didn't like the way it looked. We didn't like how it just looked off to us, so we never touched it. But I do know a lot of people love The Sims 3. Some even love The Sims 3 more than The Sims 2. And then came out The Sims 4. Sims 4 has been out for a while now, and The Sims 4 has its own controversies, its own problems. You know, we have all these packs now when they cost maybe $40 a piece, and back then we didn't have that many. So you guys can get a visual of just how many Sims 4 packs there actually is. Sims 2 had 8, The Sims 3 had 11, and The Sims 4 has a whopping 17 expansion packs. And I mean the expansion packs. I'm not talking about the stuff packs or like anything like that or like the game packs. Only the expansion packs, the biggest ones that cost the most.
I'm here for money. Money. Where is the money?
And people feel that with every pack, it's less and less well filled with content. In The Sims 2, when you had the pets, right? You already had the hamsters. You already had the birds. And then with The Sims 3, you had the horses. You had all these different animals. But The Sims 4 with the dogs and cat stuff, that's all you got was dogs and cats. You didn't get the hamsters. There was no birds. You know, hamsters came in a DLC, right, that they try to sell for $10 for a DLC for an expansion pack. Like, are you serious? Like, come on.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
And then we didn't get horses until we got like the ranch one or the horse and around one, whatever. That expansion pack is when we got the horses. So it really shows just how like less and less like filled it was with content, and they were charging it at 40 fucking bucks. Not to mention glitches. Wedding Stories, for example, had the most glitches. It was the most glitched out thing in the fucking universe. You can never really have a good wedding. You know, the whole pack is all about weddings. You know, making your own wedding, making it beautiful. But they couldn't even do that right. Sims would get up, they would do their own fucking thing. You've seen Sims like dying during the weddings, you know, and the weddings would take a whole day or even like a fucking 2 days. Like, it was not quick. And this is what the whole pack was all about, was making a beautiful wedding. And then they fucked that up. Oh yeah, then let's not forget, when The Sims 4 first came out, we didn't have pools, we didn't have babies or toddlers. You know, we didn't have infants, no toddlers, no pools. Basically, from the moment your sim grew up, it was a kid. Like, that's the youngest your sim could be, except for a newborn, right? But that's the youngest your sim could be. And then there was like little like neighborhoods that didn't have that many plots. It was just a mess all around. We thought that The Sims 5 would come out, save The Sims 4, make it a lot better, you know, having Sims 4, you know, building capabilities, but with the Sims 2 gameplay abilities and the Sims 3, you know, open world ability. But instead, we do not have The Sims 5. Instead, they're going to do an online version where you play as your online sim. And we keep The Sims 4. We keep the shittiest one from the whole franchise. We keep that running. We keep that bitch running. And we're going to make an online version. Excuse me? Who thought that was a good idea? It's just so disheartening for old Sims fans like myself. I've been one since I was 10. And seeing that they're just going to, you know, no longer try on making a new Sims game, you know, fixing what the people were saying, you know, But instead, they're just going to give up and they're going to keep The Sims 4 running. They're going to keep the worst one in the fucking game running. The worst one from the franchise, I would argue. Keep that bitch running, right? But then we're going to have an online version. Who thought that was a good idea? Like, I don't understand. When The Sims 1 was out and they made The Sims 2, they didn't care about The Sims 1. Like, oh, you guys are never going to lose your progress or whatever. Because that's what they were arguing in one of the videos. They didn't want all your hard work from The Sims 4 to be lost. I think that the Sims team is just being cheap and they are feeling the pressure of no longer being the only life simulator game on the market, because back in the day they were the only one. No one would, there was no other game out there or other company that made a life simulation game. It was just The Sims. But now with other contenders like Paralives, now they're really feeling the pressure of no longer being the only one, and now they're trying to save money where they can. They're being fucking cheap, and that's what they've been doing. The Sims 4 is the cheapest one of the whole fucking thing. Okay, we have all these stuff packs, all these expansion packs without much content, and they're expecting us to pay premium prices for shitty half-baked packs. And, I do buy the expansion packs, but only when they're ever on sale, because not one expansion pack in the whole fucking Sims 4 game, right, is worth the price that they're trying to price it at. If you ever want a Sims pack, expansion pack, I would argue wait until they're on sale, because it's not worth it. Because 3 expansion pack from The Sims 4 is just one in The Sims 2. We had the Bon Voyage, I believe, from The Sims 2, right? Your Sims go traveling. Already, like, that's already a big thing. I think you go to Japan, you go to, like, was there, I think, like, a rainforest or something like that. Like, they have these different places that you can go. And, like, one is, like, mummies. I don't remember the name for the mummy one, but, like, I'm assuming it's Egypt because it's mummies. But anyways, yeah, you can go to all these different places, and then that's for one expansion pack for The Sims 2, by the way. For that, you need to get Snowy Escape. Oh, you have to get the mermaids. Oh, don't forget, you have to get the fucking camping one. Oh, and wait, hold on a minute. And if you want to go to the tropics, you have to get Jungle Adventure. They're like for The Sims 3. What was it? I think it was like Generations, right? That's like one of the best packs people would say from The Sims 3. Generations, one pack from The Sims 3. Sims 4, no, you have to get Parenthood. You have to get the new one where infants have much more of a personality. I forgot the name of that one. You have to get that one. You have to get the kid stuff. You have to get or high school lives too. Like, don't forget that one. All these issues that The Sims 4 has, and they're still willing to keep it up and running because they are too cheap to try and make another franchise. I think they're scared that it's just going to be shitty. But, it's not going to be bad if they just listen to the critiques that people were saying, like what they don't like about The Sims 4, taking that and, like, fixing it, and taking what they do love about The Sims 4, like the building, and keeping that and leaving it in The Sims 5. It's just, like, I don't know. I think the EA team is just lazy and they're scared that they cannot make another game like this, because I'm willing to bet my fucking bottom, my fucking lung, my kidney here, that the new Sims game is going to be free. And that's going to be microtransactions, kind of like every game now that there is. Like Overwatch, it's free to play. But if you want some skids, that's 20 fucking buckaroos. If you want the Battle Pass, that's another 10. Oh, Mythic Weapons, another 40. Valorant does the same thing. I don't understand how they're going to do that for a life simulator game. Like, what are you going to pay for? Maybe clothes, I would assume. Like, premium hairstyles, kind of like Clip Penguin. If anyone knows Clip Penguin, it's probably going to be like that. It's literally just going to be Clip Penguin, but Sims. Also, like, another question I have, because it's going to be online. Could you fuck other Sims and then have babies with that Sim? Like, would you be married? I think, like, Final Fantasy does marriage and stuff. How would it work? Like would your baby be an NPC? Well, I'm assuming your baby has to be an NPC. But let's say your friend wants to be, I don't know, your baby for some reason. Could your friend be a baby for you? Like, I don't know. I'm overcomplicating it, but I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's a good path for The Sims. The Sims 4 is the worst of the franchise, and they're willing to keep it alive. Personally, I do play it. I'm not going to lie and say I never play it. I do play it. I play it with mods. I feel like the only time you can have fun in that game is with mods. I have so many mods for my game. And it sucks, because I feel like that's how I have fun. But The Sims 2, I never needed mods. I was having fun regardless. And seeing that the reason why is because they're scared, or they're saying so the player base doesn't lose their progress from The Sims 4. Guys, it's saved on your computer. Like it's not online. Like at worst, maybe the gallery would be shut down, but like that's nothing, you know? I think The Sims 2, like, online shit is still open. Same with The Sims 3. So their argument just doesn't make sense to me because they're willing to replace other games that were amazing, beautiful in their own right, and then being replaced. But the worst one in the franchise cannot be replaced. I don't know. Maybe I have a little conspiracy hat on, but I feel like the only reason why The Sims is doing this is because they're cheap, they're lazy, and they don't want to try something new. And I feel like a lot of companies are doing that. It's not just EA. Blizzard is doing the same shit. I've talked about it many times before that they're scared of trying new things with characters or like, you know, skins. You know, like we had like more drama, more cool shit from The Sims 2, a little bit more raunchy, if you will. You know, we had like the vibrating bed. Like, come on, we all know what the vibrating bed does, right? From The Sims 1. Sims 1, you had a go-go dancers. Sims 4, what do you have? You have, I think, one stripper outfit. You have one stripper outfit. And then, they released the pack because people were saying like, hey, it's not that raunchy anymore. We kind of missed a little more raunchy stuff with it. So they released like a love pack. So now you can be like, have like multiple partners, like be polygamist. But they answered the community's complaints with a pack, of course. Yes. If I said, guys, I want more big titty goth girls, big titty anime girlfriends, you know what the EA will do? They'll be like, you guys want more big titty girlfriends? Anime titties? Okay, let's release a weeaboo pack where your Sims can become an otaku or a fucking weeb and they can play dating simulators with anime body pillows. Like, that's how they will fix it. You know, like, that's their answer, which is like, okay, fair enough, right? Like, they're trying to make money off of you by fixing what you're complaining about. Because they did the same shit with the toddlers, right? We were complaining that there was no toddler stuff, the little toddler things. What they do? Oh, let's just make a toddler pack. Why not? Or they did it with the kids too. There's not a lot of kid shit. Oh, let's make a kid stuff pack. That's how they solve their problems, and I think it's sad and it's cheap. And I know people are going to buy the packs. Like I said, I'm guilty of buying the packs too, but I will never, ever, ever buy it when it's full price. I'm telling you guys, if you guys ever want to buy a Sims pack, wait for it to be on sale. Get it at 50% off. You know, instead of paying fucking $50, pay it for 20. Even then, I feel like paying 20 is a little too generous for some of these packs, but if you want to buy the packs because you want to expand your Sims lives, or, you know, have all this stuff just because you like to be a collector, I would just say wait till they're on sale. Never buy them at full price. And I'm just, it's unfortunate that The Sims 5 is not going to come out. But hey, maybe with enough critiques and complaints, people will maybe make it, or maybe EA will cave in, but I don't think so. I think EA is too cheap, too money hungry that they're not going to do it. Like, they just, maybe they're on the brink of bankruptcy and they're like, we can't do it, guys. We can't fucking do it. Even though I feel like The Sims, all about it was being innovated and being different. That was their whole thing, right? Like, no one made a life simulator game until The Sims came out. So, but now they're feeling the pressure of all these other simulator games coming out, and now they don't feel like they're the only ones. You know, we have Stardew Valley. That's a life simulator game. Never played it. Want to play it. But that's another life simulator game. Paralives is another example. I think there's another one. I don't remember the name of it, but they look really, really realistic. It's kind of unnerving, but that one. A quick thank you to Clemonade on Discord or Dustard Tape on Twitter for making this amazing piece of artwork. It's so good, and thank you so much for making this. It's so amazing. A quick shout out to my members: Kawaiiru, Waki, Wakito Woo Woo, aka Waki number 2, Little Layla, Fruitful, Jerry Rico, Onesie Lightyear, Manny 2062, Faded Visions, Peace Tea Life, Javante 0.